Kat Kramer at the world premiere of Teach Your Children Well in association with Kat Kramer's Films That Change the World in Long Beach. We're at Lola's Restaurant for the VIP fundraising party for this phenomenal documentary. And then in a few minutes we'll be going across the street to the Art Theater to see it, historical theater. And I think the movie's going to be very historical soon. I'm with actor Zach Callison, who's been in many films and television shows. And first of all, I've got to find out, how old are you?
I'm 13.
13. Zach is amazing, but we're here tonight, for a very important issue. I'm sure you know, and you'll be seeing the film in a little while. And I have to ask you though, because it's about bullying and school violence and homophobia, some very important topics. And I wondered if you yourself in any way have ever been bullied or have friends that have been or witnessed anything, or what your feelings are about just the subject of bullying in general.
Well, I think all kids go through a stage at some point of feeling left out, some more than others. And I really think it's not something everybody should have to experience. It doesn't feel good, I know that for sure. I've had some friends who've really been bullied and not treated nice by other kids their age, and it's an issue.
What do you feel about when other kids just let it happen, they don't take action if they see one of their schoolmates being bullied?
Just more courage. They need to stand up for their friends, do what's right.
Thank you so much. Tell me though what you're working on.
Well, I have an episode of Hannah Montana on Disney Channel right now. I have an episode of I'm in the Band for Disney XD coming this fall. And I just did a movie called Rock Jocks. It's a science fiction comedy that's next year.
Congratulations on everything. I'm Kat Kramer at the world premiere of the new documentary Teach Your Children Well, and I'm standing with two special guests who come tonight to attend the fundraising party and also see the film. And your name is?
Brianna Merkley.
And?
Taylor Moxon.
Okay, Brianna and Taylor, you have something important to tell me about what you're currently working on?
Well, what we're currently working on is a very interesting program called Elevate, done by the Peace Academy at Robert A. Millikan High School. And what we have been trying to do is teach all the kids at Millikan and throughout our district that relational and social aggression is not allowed and will not be promoted at any school. And we've been trying to get out the word about what it does and the harm it does, not just on the victims, but on the bullies and the bystanders.
That's fantastic. How long has the program been in existence?
Well, Elevate has been in existence for a few years now, but the goals change each year. We start out with writing papers about what is morally unacceptable to each student, and then the student body picks the best paper, and we vote on it, and then we just continue with that topic.
That's wonderful. What are you currently working on?
Yeah, I work with Brianna. My focus is working with public relations and making sure that we get the word out to the campus. Part of the main goal, it's not just bringing awareness to bullying and aggression. It's finding a permanent solution to help those that experience it, because a lot of times those who are experiencing bullying, they feel they have nowhere to go. They don't think their teachers want to listen to them, or they don't feel that they have a place where they can safely tell someone about their problems. And one of our goals in Elevate is to create a permanent area where they can feel safe, where they can tell a teacher who can tell the proper counseling, and then they can get action against the bully, and to help show that bullying will not be accepted and that there are consequences.
Congratulations. I think what you're both doing is amazing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm with the legendary Lily Tomlin, who's the narrator of the film and also tonight's special guest. And Lily hosted for Kat Kramer's Films That Change the World, Elephants and Man, A Litany of Tragedy, the best host in the world. But we're here tonight for a very important reason. And Lily, I want to ask you, it's such a special issue to address. It's very close to my heart and yours, and I just wanted to know about how you got involved with the film and your feelings about tonight, and you must be proud.
I'm really pleased to be a part of the production. I got involved, actually, luckily, happily, because my friend Coco Peru was involved with the movie, and he suggested me as someone to narrate it. So when the filmmakers approached me, I was delighted to be able to be a part of it, because it's such an unfortunate, sad, and critical issue, and has been going on for so long, really. But instead of diminishing with time, as you'd think people would become more educated or more sophisticated or more just conscious, it seems to have heightened the issue of bullying and the intensity of homophobia. And partly because I think there's so many ways now to bully and harass kids, with texting and the internet and so many other things that they can't even escape it when they go home. So I'm just proud and happy to be a part of it, because it's a kind of film that can be used in schools and churches and other kinds of support groups and venues to educate people and hopefully create empathy toward the issue, and help people to, as the title of the film says, teach your children well, and maybe eradicate this kind of prejudice and intolerance.
Well, I was bullied by the teachers and the students when I was young, so still have bullying. Now it exists everywhere, but I wondered if you were ever bullied.
I was talking about this driving over here today, because if I were bullied, I would be the kind of kid that would be completely sort of unconscious of it. I don't know whether I was insensitive or just had the gift of gab or what, but I would talk my way out of anything. If people said they were going to beat me up or give me a hard time, I would usually entertain them out of it. And so I was so fortunate that way, but I had a brother who was not so fortunate. I mean, he was the object of tremendous harassment and humiliation and rejection and intolerance, and he just was not as easy with it as I was with the whole social specter, and he paid a terrible price for it. I mean, he really suffered as an adolescent and a teenager, and and I'm sure he was deeply and maybe irreversibly hurt by that. He's a grown man now, of course, but I'm sure he's suffered terribly over it, and I don't think you get over stuff like that. I think kids really live with that the rest of their lives, and it diminishes them and makes them less than they could be, and makes them insecure just being in the world. And
That's true.
It's a grotesque thing to be so punished and harassed and aggravated just for being who you are. And so I'm very sympathetic and understanding of the issue and concerned about it.
You're the best person to narrate the movie and also be here tonight at supporting this. And I think the movie has major potential all the way around.
Of course.
So
anything that makes a progressive step, that tries to reach out to people and shows them by example what has gone on and how hurtful it really is. And all it really takes, it's so funny, if as in the title, Teach Your Children Well, it's been proven statistically. I have a cousin who's very active in the field of psychology, and in fact teaches here in Long Beach at Cal State University Long Beach. And he was telling me in the car on the way over that statistically it's known that if even one student, one kid, or one person in a community steps forward and intervenes when people are bullying someone, it totally turns the tide, because most humans are fairly decent, and all they need is the permission or suddenly the courage they see someone else step forward, and they may not really want to participate, but kids will go along to get along. And if one kid stands up and says, hey, that's my friend, I don't like what you're doing and I don't think that's right or fair, suddenly it can change the whole dynamic. And a film like this can go a long way toward both educating parents and and students and teachers who I understand in many cases don't even respond to the issue when kids are being harassed and dominated and treated badly.
That's right. It's like they're afraid to speak up. They become cowardly, because I experienced that, and so did all the kids, a lot of them that are coming tonight and also in the film. So you're right, that would turn the tide if somebody actually took...
It's amazing how one little increment of leadership makes such a big difference.
Hi, I'm here at Lola's in Long Beach for the world premiere of Teach Your Children Well, and I'm with actor Garrett Backstrom, who has several films coming out, which he's going to tell you about. He also just did a movie about bullying, so he's really interested in seeing the film tonight. He's very interested in the issues. It's very serious to him, and so Garrett, tell me a little bit about that film that you just made and your role in it.
Yeah, well, Hello Herman is a movie about school shootings and about what happens to kids when they get bullied at school and when they go home and they don't have anyone to talk to, and how, especially now that we're living in 2011, where cyberbullying is just it's really bad. It's gotten to the point where it's just, and it just ends up to be school shootings and suicides, and it really has to stop. And I see it so much in public schools, and I saw it when I was growing up. And I play Herman, and it was a really fun project to work on. I got to meet amazing people, and the director was amazing, Michelle Danner, and I'm just so honored to work on a film like that.
Well, I have to tell everyone that I haven't told everybody yet, but I've been bullied. I've been bullied in school. I was bullied by the teachers and the students, and so many people with this film and people that I speak with have the same experience, and I wonder if you ever did, or if you had friends or do experience that now.
Yeah, I did get bullied a lot back when I was in Colorado, when I was in public school. I got bullied a lot, but it came to a stop when I started it's good to take some sort of self-defense, because I'm taking the self-defense class right now, and once people start realizing that you're taking that class and they don't want to mess with you, so I recommend if you're getting bullied, maybe take a self-defense class, talk to your friends about it, talk to your parents and counselors, and they'll help a lot. So.
It's great you mentioned that, because Daniel Pewter, who's a champion fighter, is also an anti-bullying coach, and he's auctioned himself off tonight in the silent auction inside to train 10 people how to defend themselves. So we have a lot of kids coming tonight in many movies, and some of them are involved with anti-bullying campaigns. So it's wonderful speaking with you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Absolutely,
Okay.
and I hope you enjoy the film.